Humaira, have you got it?
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it. Okay, just see what we are doing. Okay. Last class, what did we do in the last class? Anybody remembers what we did in last class? We started with electricity. Okay. Which part of electricity did we do in the previous class? Yes, Mozam? Which part we did last class? What did we do?
Static electricity.
Yes, correct. We did static electricity. That means electricity, I told you electricity can be divided into two major parts. What was that? What is that? Electricity divided into two major parts.
Kinetic electricity, and one more.
Munib, it's not clear. Yes, Afia, fine. Yes. Yes, Farhana. Which two major parts electricity is divided into? One we did in the last class, static electricity, and the second part we are going to do today. So what is that which we are going to do today? What we are going to do? Current electricity. So major part electricity is divided into static electricity and current electricity. Okay. Static electricity deals with the charges which are stationary. You remember last class we charged the object with the help of friction. Okay. Two objects we rubbed, and with the help of friction we charge the two objects so that the comb gets charged and it attracts the piece of paper. Okay, so that was static electricity. In static electricity, charges reside on they are stationary and they are on the surface of the substance. In current electricity, charges are in motion. So when the charge move, it leads to current. Okay, always remember whenever charges are in motion, and what charge moves? Electrons. I told you about electrons, protons and neutrons in the last class. Okay, all atom has got electrons in it, an equal number of protons in it and neutrons at the nucleus. Okay, so when these electrons move in a closed path, it leads to current, and this is current electricity, and the path followed is called as electrical circuit. Okay, it's clear. So we are going to start with electrical circuit today. Yes, Ahmad?
Ma'am, are these good?
Fine. We can try with this bulb also. LEDs are also fine. Okay. Just see how many batteries you are using. So we'll be doing with that. So today we are going to start with current electricity experiment. So we'll be making a circuit. Okay. We'll be making a circuit with the help of battery, connecting wire and bulb, and we'll see how charges flow through a closed path. The path should be closed, then only the charges will flow. Okay. So for that you need wire. Wire means it is, you can see my wire is black in color. Inside it there is an actual wire which is made up of metal, and outside is covered by another substance. It is a non-metal. Okay. And why it is like that, we'll study about it. This is a source of electricity. A battery, a cell. Battery means when number of batteries are connected, when number of cells are connected, it is called as battery. This is called as cell, one cell. Okay. In this cell, you can see this. Can you see this? This type, one side is projected outwards and the other side is flat. Can you see this? Do you know what is it? What do we say this side, Farhana?
Positive.
Yes, this is a positive terminal of the battery and this is the negative terminal of the battery, of the cell. So this cell has got, so any cell, you will see this portion protruding outside is positive terminal of the battery, and this side is negative terminal of the battery. So that means you have a positive and a negative side. There is a difference in charge, means positive terminal will have lesser number of electrons and negative terminal will have more number of electrons. Why? Because electrons are negatively charged. This basic thing is clear to you. Electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, and neutrons are neutral. So this terminal of the battery is negative. That means at this terminal you have excess of electrons, and at this terminal you have deficiency of electrons. So that is why this is positive and this is negative. Okay. Now what we do, I need a bulb, 2 batteries, take minimum 2 batteries. Now what we'll do, we'll make a circuit. For that you need to stripe off the insulated covering on the wire. So how do we do? Just take a scissor, put a mark over here. See, I'll just put a small mark. You should not cut the wire. Just see, just lightly I'll put a mark over here. You bend the wire. Is it visible? You bend the wire, and with my nail, I'll just take it out. See.
Ma'am, this is so thin that I can't do it.
Yes, ma'am, the wire is very thin.
My wire is also thin. You just take a scissor, just make a mark on it, light mark, and it will
Ma'am, but
out through your nail only.
yours is little bit like fatter than us. If you like, if we do it now, ma'am, it will get cut.
Ma'am, can we just bite off the insulator?
You can bite through your teeth also, but see, I should be clean because you're putting it in your mouth. See, usually when we used to do it, cut it by our mouth. Okay. So, or if you're using a scissor, just see, I just made light mark, light.
I did it, ma'am.
You did it? And take it up like this.
See?
See, my wire has come out. Right? So
Can I see, ma'am?
Yeah, correct. Now what you do, connect one wire to the positive terminal of the battery like this. Okay, and put a tape on it. Put a small tape on it like this. See, Ahmad, how you have to connect. Have you striped the wire like this?
I don't have any tape.
You don't have a tape? Then you will have to hold it like this. Then you'll have to hold it like this. You have a battery now?
I have this thing.
Acha, you have, okay, then you put it there only. You have 2 connections also, so no need to connect it. Then see, you have a spring side, put negative terminal of battery towards the spring side and put positive terminal towards the other side. Take the 2 terminals and connect it to the bulb. Yes, correct.
Done.
You have done properly? Yeah.
Ma'am, I have to do like this, ma'am. On
Sure.
this side.
Yes. So contact should be there here. This wire contact and this positive terminal contact should be there. Because we are making a closed circuit, so contact is very important. No loose contact. If the contact is loose, the circuit will not work. Okay? Done, Abdullah?
No, just a minute.
And you can use one more battery. See, like this, you have to connect, Abdullah. One end, positive end, you take out one wire. From the negative end, take another wire, put it to the positive end of another battery.
Positive only, ma'am, not negative, right?
No, one side you are taking out positive wire, another wire you cut, take out a negative from the negative side also. So both the sides of the battery should be connected with wire.
Ma'am,
I mean, ma'am, both batteries should be
Okay,
connected
ma'am.
with positive, right?
No,
question.
one
How
positive,
will I
one
come to know which one is
one
positive and which one is negative?
Yeah,
In my battery, it's not written.
show your battery. You have 2 terminals on the top.
Yes.
Even I have that battery. You have 2
Yes.
this battery you have, right?
Yes.
So any one is positive, any one is negative, because you have this volt is greater. This is 9-volt battery. So just take connection from these 2 points. You have that thing, na, like Ahmad has got. That connection you have. This type of connection you have. No? If this is this type of battery, you can connect it like this.
Yes.
Do you have this?
I'll try it at home after if I have.
You can take it home. See, this connection you will get and then connect it to the bulb. Done, Abdullah?
Ma'am, the other battery with negative, right?
Yes. The positive of one battery will be connected to the negative of other battery. Okay. Ahmad, just put your two ends. Yes, great. Yes, see, Ahmad can glow his bulb because he connected one terminal of positive, one terminal of negative, both the ends connected to the bulb. Okay, I'll show you mine also. Can you see my circuit? All of you, can you see my circuit?
Shruti ma'am, can you show it? With
Yes, ma'am.
See, these are two batteries, plus, minus, plus and minus. So I have connected two batteries like this. Okay. And one terminal plus and one terminal minus. This has gone out, so I'll have to take it out.
Ma'am, I didn't get it, ma'am.
Me too.
I didn't get what you did.
I
You
did.
need-
See what I have done. This is positive, this is negative, this is positive, and this is negative. Like this.
Ma'am,
You
but how did you stick it?
So, ma'am, with tape.
have to make
So, ma'am, positive with positive, right?
negative with positive.
Negative with positive.
Yes.
One negative, one positive. Okay.
Correct. That is series connection.
So,
Okay.
you need two wires, right?
Two battery you are taking.
I mean, two wires also, right?
You will need 1, 2, 3 wires. One connecting these two batteries, one from this side, one from this side. So 3 you got. Na?
Yeah. Ma'am, I'll cut one wire in half, ma'am.
You can do
So I
it.
can use it as 3.
Yes. You always do this, twist the wire at the ends because number of ends are there. So you need to twist it and I'll just, in my bulb, I'll put it here. This is a bulb holder, okay? Can you see? This is a bulb holder. The ends are there. I'll just put my, let me see. Now what I did, can you see the bulb glowing? Can you see my bulb glowing?
Yes, ma'am.
See. Just see the circuit, observe the circuit, how it is. It is a closed circuit. Can you see any gap over here? I connected all the gaps. I did this.
Zainab, to unmute, yeah?
Everyone, see, these are two batteries I have used for negative is connected to positive, and then it's negative. One wire from the negative and one wire from this positive comes to the bulb. And if all this path is completed, the bulb glows. When the bulb glows, this shows that, what does it mean? See, I removed it. It does not glow. Ahmad, just connect your bulb like this. It glows. When you remove it, what happens? When you disconnect the two wires, what happens? Does not glow. So what does it mean?
Ma'am, I don't understand. How did you do it, ma'am?
You didn't understand?
No, ma'am.
Show me your battery. Show me your battery.
First, I did this thing. So,
Okay. Which side? Tell me. Because
one negative and one positive.
Yeah. So from these two ends also take out wire.
From these two ends.
Yes. From these two ends also stick wire, make a contact from the top, from the positive terminal, take out the wire. See how I have done.
Yes, yes.
All the terminals of the battery I have taken out wire. Can you see? Okay. Then these two, positive and negative, you connect in between.
I'll connect the positive and negative, right?
Yes. In between you connect the positive and negative, and one wire from the positive and one wire from the negative. Bring it to the bulb and see your bulb is glowing or not.
So I'm like this.
Yes. Contact is there. One positive, one negative you connect. Other positive and other negative you will not connect. You will connect it through the bulb.
Achha.
Clear? Okay, so I was telling you, you can see over here, this bulb glows whenever I did this. I am making the path close. Now what is happening actually? Why this bulb glows? I told you, whenever there is a flow of electron, flow of charge, there will be current in the circuit. Okay, so when I do this, there is a path flowing from the battery to the bulb and comes back to the battery, and this path continues. So when there is a continuous flow of current through a circuit, this is called as electrical circuit. This is electrical circuit, and this circuit is called as closed circuit. Why? Because the path for the flow of electron is complete. You can see electron cannot move out from anywhere. But if I break this circuit, you can see I have broken this circuit. Nothing is there in between. The bulb does not glow. When the bulb does not glow, that means electrons from here is coming out like this, but from here to here, it cannot jump. It cannot jump from here to here, okay? Because there is no connection. No connection, it cannot jump. So that is why the bulb is not glowing. Is it clear? So this is your closed path, closed circuit. What is closed circuit? This is called as closed circuit. This is called as open circuit.
Shruti ma'am,
Yeah.
when you touch the current, don't you get shocked?
This is very small. You should not touch this naked wire, okay? And since we are using just a small voltage battery now, so you'll not get shocked. The current which comes to our house, do you know what is this? This is your source of current, your battery. This battery is source of current, right? Another source of current is which come to our house. That is very dangerous. You should not put your hand in your sock.
So ma'am, if we use this battery, you'll get shocked.
That is how much volt is written. 9 volt, you'll not get shocked. These DC battery, these
22, 9 V volt. Yeah, 9 volt.
9 volt, no, so you'll not get shocked. But still, you should not touch, because you will get a little bit of itching feeling is there, na, that you're touching something naked. So the wire should not be naked, okay? It should be covered. And what is it? The material. Now I'll show you one more thing. Suppose, Emma, do you have any plastic material with you? A textbook, notebook, anything you can keep. Which is pen. Just see if you put pen. See what I am doing now. I am putting over here. This is a wooden spoon. Okay, you saw this. See why it is not glowing. Still, I am touching both the wires. It does not glow. That means there is some loose connection over somewhere. So I'll just press this battery. That means my battery is getting. The wire and the battery connection is loose, so that is why it does not glow. Okay, now it is glowing, so the connection is fine. Now, what I do, if I put, see, one end on this end
I'm in the closed circuit, the current does no. In the closed circuit, the current flows,
is closed.
and in
Here,
the open circuit, the current doesn't flow.
in the open circuit, the path for current is not complete. Okay. Now here, what we did, I just put, see that again the circuit is closed, but I'm putting a spoon in between. Okay. I put this spoon, the bulb does not glow. And now if I put this metallic spoon, if I put this spoon, see what happens. Can you see? Is it visible?
Not so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, this happens because the metal is good conductor of electricity.
Correct. See, here I put one metal spoon, the bulb glows. When I put this wooden spoon, the bulb does not glow. But my circuit is complete. My circuit is complete, but the bulb is not glowing. Why it is happening like this? Because this is a spoon. Other thing also I can take. Suppose this is your screwdriver. Screwdriver handle is, if I use the screwdriver handle, see, is it glowing? No. But if I touch it here, it glows. Can you see? Can you see my bulb?
Yes.
Ma'am, it was blinking then. Now it's blinking like it's going up and down.
It's fine now. Now it can glow. Suppose, now you tell me, if I take this paper clip, will it glow?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us see. Yes, it glows. Okay. So that means for some material it is glowing, for some material it does not glow. When it does not glow, is it happening? Abdullah, is it happening?
No, ma'am, it's not glowing.
You need somebody's help to stick on the battery. You can do it at home later on also. You can take your brother's help. If he's free, just stick, because one person needs to hold it like this and stick it like this, because if the connection is not proper, the bulb will not glow. Okay, now you tell me. This scissor, if I put on the pink side of the scissor, will it glow? Tell me.
Ma'am, the pink side or the metallic side?
Pink side.
No, no, ma'am.
Others also answer. Farhana, will it glow?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, if you touch it at the metal part, then it will glow.
If I touch it here, just see, it is glowing. If I touch it here, one terminal, if I bring it here, it does not glow. Now, why it is happening? Because, yeah,
Ma'am, because the
Plastic is a bad conductor
positive and
of
negative.
electricity.
bad conductor, but the main cause is the bulb glows only when the charge from here has a complete path to come back to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
right?
And it is not a closed circuit; it's an open circuit because, ma'am,
Close
it
circuit.
was
Circuit is closed only.
because there's one up and down, so the current.
No, see what happens here, circuit is closed, here also circuit is closed. But what is happening over here is, because this is insulator, the substances which do not allow current to pass through them are called as insulator. Now what happens? They do not have extra electrons, so they do not
Conductor of
paths for electrons to flow. Okay, so there is no path over here, no path for electrons to complete this circuit. So that is why this is not glowing. But when I touch over here, see, I have touched two different points on the scissor, and still it is glowing. Why? Because this portion of the metal provides free path for electrons.
ma'am, what if we put water on top
Where water?
of that bulb?
Yes, I'm showing you. Now, one more thing. If I bring, suppose I'm bringing a salt water. I have salt water. If I put these two terminals in the salt water, what will happen? Tell me. Will it glow or not?
Not glow.
Let us,
Yes, ma'am, it will glow.
let's see.
Oh yeah, well, that
Ma'am, it will glow, ma'am.
It will glow. Yes.
Yes.
Why it will glow?
Ma'am, because it is a good conductor of electricity.
water is a good conductor of electricity.
Salt water.
Man, the bulb.
Ma'am, is this only water ke salt?
Can you see it glows? It will glow very little, because why it glows? Do you know? There is no contact inside the salt
Man,
water.
because water is a good conductor of electricity.
No, ma'am, not water. Salt is a good
It is
conductor.
salt water.
Yeah, salt is a good conductor.
Now, if I see, I have taken salt water, it will glow. If I take only salt, will it glow?
No. No.
No, man.
What is the reason behind it?
And because the salt mixes with water, so then it becomes a good conductor.
Why it becomes a good conductor? See, for becoming a good conductor, they should have charges and they
Man,
should
because
have charges.
for current to glow, you need a positive terminal and a negative terminal. So
That is what
the
is so-
water is a positive, like salt.
Salt water
To glow, you need a positive and a negative terminal. They should attach. So because the salt is only positive, so that's and water is negative. So when both of them are together, it can glow. And
no, Sapia. It's not like that. Water is not positive and salt is also not positive. Salt and water both.
because they both are negative, so
Both are
negative don't go.
Okay, now but what happens? What is salt? Do you know what is common salt? What is the formula for salt? It's not
Sodium chloride.
NaH2.
Yeah.
N
Sodium chloride. What is the formula? What is the chemical?
NaCl.
Correct.
NaCl.
Okay. So sodium chloride, NaCl, is salt. Now salt is when dissolved in water, the Na ions. Na is what? Na. What is Na?
Sodium.
Cl is chloride. So sodium ions and chloride ions, they separate. Okay. In salt solution, Na ion is a positively charged ion and chloride ion is negatively charged ion. So when I put this in salt solution, what happens? Positive ions and negative ions separate and they move towards the opposite terminal of the battery. So that means the motion of charge carrier is taking place. I'm putting it here, over here. When I put, see, this bubbles start. You can see, can you see the bubbles taking place?
Ma'am, mine is glowing, ma'am.
Glowing, na? It will glow. You just press the batteries. Whenever the connection is loose, it will not glow. So just press the batteries because my also connection becomes loose. So sometimes put in salt water, you see that. Can you see this taking place? This bubbles coming out. Is it
टच करने में वो हो रहा है
And the bulb glow went away.
हम कर देते जाओ
ये
जाओ ना तुम्हारी क्लास
Why?
में बाद में बैठ के करना जाओ
what happens?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
What do if we put it on a drinking water, like a plain water? What
Yes.
will happen?
Ma'am,
Hello.
यहाँ दबाओ नहीं दबाओ उसको बैटरी को दबाओ
इसका है ये दे लो वो दे लो
उसको ना उसको वो टीचर फोन
Yes, Ahmad. What was your question?
yes. I have this setup here.
Yeah.
So the battery is going like this. And when I connect it here,
Yes.
the light bulbs, they don't glow. Why?
Just check your connections everywhere. The connection is closed or not. Means it should be tight. Battery is there or not? Where is battery? Yes, battery is there. Correct.
Ma'am, mine is glowing, ma'am.
And ma'am, and when I put it on this black one,
Yeah.
that one glows.
Because for that bulb, the circuit is complete. When you put it here, just check when you're putting here. That means, is there some problem in this bulb
No, there's no problem in this bulb.
or the connection part? Otherwise, it should glow. Just check the connection part. Put it on the leg of this LED. Put it on that red crocodile pin is there now. On its leg, you put this and tighten it, because when I also touch like this, sometimes it glows, sometimes it doesn't. So it is the connection should
And
be.
when you put it on the water, so why wasn't that bulb glowing?
It will glow. Sometimes it glows, sometimes it doesn't glow. See, basically,
Why?
in salt water, it is in salt water. Salt water is an electrolyte. We say why it is electrolyte. It gets separated into positive ions and negative ions. So whenever there is positive ions and negative ions from here will go towards the, because it has got a path, right? So it will move towards the positive, will move towards which terminal? Tell me.
Negative.
Negative. So negative terminal of the battery. So positive ions will move towards negative terminal of battery and negative ions will move towards the positive terminal of battery. And in this way, even if I separate it and I just press my battery like this, I will see that the bulb, see, sometimes it glows, sometimes it doesn't glow. So just the loose connection is there. So that is why it doesn't glow and sometimes it glows. So this follows the path. This completes the path in salt solution. So that is why you can say that salt solution is a good conductor of electricity, whereas solid salt is not a good conductor. Yes, Abdullah, now it's working. Yes.
Shruti, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If you put in, like you're using salty water here, na? What if you put that same drinking water?
Drinking water is also a good conductor of electricity, but distilled water is not a good conductor of electricity. Okay, the water which we use is good conductor of electricity. So that is why we say now, don't touch switches with wet hands. Do you know this? What is it? Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I put this, what will happen if I touch wires with this side? What will
This
happen?
is when we plug it for the mobile, na ma'am.
So now when I touch the wire like this on this, tell me,
You get shocked.
bulb glow?
No.
No, ma'am.
Why?
Well, it is plastic.
Yes, it is
Plastic is a bad conductor
When I
of
put it
electricity.
inside, will it glow when it put it inside?
I
Yes,
guess.
ma'am. It will glow. It will glow.
Yes.
It will glow, ma'am.
Current passes through it.
Yes, ma'am, it will glow.
Can you see? It glows. Can you see? Bulb glowing.
Yes.
Is it visible to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Take out and touch the outer side, it does not glow. So that is the purpose why our 3-pin plugs are made up of outer side. If it is made up of conductor, what will happen? If this outer portion is also made up of conductor, what will happen?
When you touch the conductor only, it will glow.
No. Suppose, see, this is when you put the plug inside the socket, you know, you put it inside and you put the plug and the charging part and whatever you do. But suppose if this whole thing is made up of conductor, the same material, what will happen? Why it is not made up of
Whenever we touch it, we get shock.
Yes, when you put it inside the socket and if suppose your switch is on by mistake, you will get a shock, which is a fatal shock, because the electricity which comes to our house is alternating current and its voltage is, do you know how much is its voltage?
No, ma'am.
220 volt. We are just doing with 1.5 volt, and so that voltage is fatal. And if you touch this with your hand, if it is a metallic thing, even if you put your hand inside it, it is also very dangerous, because human body is also conductor. You know, your body is also a good conductor of electricity. And what happens when I touch it, when I touch this conductor and the main source, what will happen? The charge will flow through here to my body, to the ground, and I'll get the shock. Is it clear? Have you seen birds hanging? Have you seen birds on the transmission wires?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Nothing happens to them. Why?
Yes, nothing happens to them. But if you stand on the ground and hold the wire, suppose the wire is hanging downwards and you hold it, you will get shock. Okay?
But
Why don't they get shocked?
Why they don't
you
get
used to it?
no?
Because of their nails.
Yes, completely.
Because of their nails.
Because of the
Nails.
nails.
Yes.
Whose nails? Birds have got nails.
Man, the
Yes, ma'am,
claws.
because of
I
that.
guess he's talking about.
No, see what happens. Have you seen birds on the transmission wires?
Yes, ma'am.
And they
Every day I see.
But what happens when, if you are, suppose many times the wires are hanging down and a person touches and he get a fatal shock and he dies also. So why this is there? Because when the birds are there on the wire, okay, birds are there on the wire, current electricity is coming through. See, this is the wire. This is the wire, and suppose this is a bird, okay? Wire is like this, bird is sitting like this, okay? It doesn't get a shock. But if a person is there, suppose this is a person, he will hold it like this on the ground and hold it like this, okay? This is the difference. Now what happens? The current goes through here, it will not pass through the bird's body because it is in the air. But the person who is standing on the ground, the current will come through the body and reaches the ground, because
Ma'am,
ground
what if the person is sitting up?
Yes, ma'am. What if the person standing?
will get hurt.
Then you're not getting it.
Not in contact with the ground, he will not get hurt. Okay. But if he is, because usually we stand on the ground only and touch the wire. So what happens? The current path gets completed through our body, and that is why this person gets shocked, whereas this bird does not get shocked, because the circuit is not complete. You know, you just
Ma'am,
saw.
what if the person is standing on the wire, so he will not get shocked?
If the person is standing on a wooden something, wood is an insulator, na? Suppose the person is.
No, ma'am. He's standing
No.
on top of the wire like the bird.
But ma'am, what if we're wearing rubber shoes then also?
Then also he'll not get, because then also the path is not complete. Suppose this person is standing on this, the current will come through his body, but it will not reach ground. If it does not reach ground, the circuit is not complete. The circuit has to make a circular path.
So the person will not feel it?
Then he will not feel it. If he is standing on, don't try these things, huh? These are dangerous things. I'm just telling you why you should not do. Also, why we should not touch these things with our wet hands. Always.
Because water is a good. Ma'am, so what is the.
Water is a good conductor of electricity, the water which we use, and if we touch it by our wet hands, this conduction, again we will be standing on the ground only, okay? So again the conducting layer, through our body the circuit gets completed and you get shock. So that is why you should be careful while dealing
When you have a wet hand.
Okay. Now, why do we use these batteries in lab? Why do we use this? Because this voltage is very low, and this will not kill a person. Even if I get little bit of shock, that is fine. Just little bit pinching will happen. Okay. So that is okay. But never do experiments with your plug points and all, because that is 220 volt and that is a very high potential. Yes, Ahmad, what is your question? That may is written. In USA the voltage is only, yes, USA voltage is only 1 why it is so high here. That depends on country to country how it is used. See, in our country also we have the production of voltage. There is a, you know, where is the source? One source I have already shown you. This is a source of electricity, okay? And what is the source of electricity which comes to our house? What is the source? Anybody knows? From where it comes?
Transmission.
Through transmission cables it comes from, but where it is produced, how it is produced. Have you heard hydroelectric power stations, thermoelectric power stations? Have you heard about these things?
Yes, ma'am. Hydro works on water.
Yes. Power stations means where electricity is produced. Munib, are you there?
But ma'am, how is electricity produced, ma'am? Do they make electricity or?
Yes, we make electricity. Electricity is produced using the concept of, okay, Muniva, I saw you. Using the concept of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so that is little higher level. Electricity is produced by movement. When a motor is rotated, electricity is produced. Motor is rotated in the presence of magnetic field. Okay, so you have heard turbines. Anybody know what is turbines? Turbines are rotated, okay? And how is turbine rotated? When water from great height falls on the turbine rotates in the magnetic field and electricity is produced. This electricity reaches our house. Okay, Dowser needs 5 more minutes, okay? After the class. So that is power stations where electricity is produced. So that is not our topic today. Today our topic is, we studied about conductors and insulators. Okay, and what is an electric circuit, what is an open circuit, what is a closed circuit. So if you are able to make, now since Abdullah you have already made the circuit, and Ahmed you also, you can try some more materials, like use vinegar and see whether the bulb glows or not. Use salt water, use cardboard. Okay, one more thing is there. If I take this aluminium foil, will this bulb glow or not?
Yes,
Yes, it will go.
It glows. Why?
You can't see.
Aluminium is what?
Metal.
Aluminium is metal, and all metals are good conductor of electricity. Okay, in the next class, I want you all to come prepared that why metals are good conductors of electricity. Just to find out this answer, you can Google it, you can find out, so that we will discuss it in the next class. Why metals are good conductors of electricity? Write down also, everyone, and don't say that I forgot this. Okay, Wednesday's class, you have to find out why metals are good conductors of electricity, and certain objects like non-metals are bad conductors of electricity.
And even copper is a good conductor of electricity, no?
What is?
Copper. It is also a good conductor of
What you are saying,
electricity.
Kifle?
Copper.
Copper, yes. Copper is very good conductor of electricity. That is why our electrical wires are copper wires. Okay.
And I by mistakenly put that pen pencil lead into this socket, and I got shocked.
So don't do these type of experiments again. These are dangerous things to do. Okay. Okay. One more thing. Can you name some metals? Can you name?
Silver.
Silver, yes.
Gold, iron.
Yes.
Nickel.
Nickel.
Zinc.
Cobalt.
Copper.
Brass.
Very good. Some metals are very good conductors of electricity, and some are less. The conductivity is less in some metals. Okay. So out of these metals, the best conductors of electricity are what? Copper, gold, silver. These are very good conductors of electricity.
Iron.
Aluminium. Iron is also there, but not that good. Okay. So, but why do we use copper wires? Why don't we?
Because it is the cheapest one.
Very good, Farhana. Because it is.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I had a question. Why don't we use like aluminium wires?
Aluminium wires are used in transmission cables.
But they're little, man, a little bit expensive than copper wires.
Aluminium is not expensive. Aluminium is also cheap. So that is why aluminium wires are also used. The silver and gold, these metals are very
expensive
of electricity, but they are very costly. You cannot use gold wires in connection and all. Okay, so it is not economical. So that is why we use copper wire, aluminium wires in connection.
Ma'am, and they're not found easily in every supermarket, so it's really hard to find them.
That is why it is not found easily. Okay? They'll be found in jewelry shops only, gold and copper. Okay.
Not copper, ma'am. Silver.
Sorry, gold and silver. Copper you will get for connections. Okay. So those who can arrange these things, you can try with various things. I told you, try with vinegar, try with baking soda, try with salt water. 3 things I have given you. What is left? Try with baking soda or baking powder, salt
Vinegar.
solution, vinegar, all these 3, and see whether the bulb glows or not. Okay, Abdullah and Ahmed, is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
So check this, and one question I gave you. Why? What did I give?
Why metals?
Metals are good conductor of.
Why metals are good conductors of electricity and non-metals are bad conductors. Okay, just find out these 2 things. You do this experiment part and find out this answer. Fine. So is it clear what we did today? Conductors and insulators. It's clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So see you in the next class and come prepared. Okay. And in the textbook. Okay, we'll do the textbook part in the next class only. Okay, bye us. See you.
Ma'am, the outside wants, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll be here. Shruti ma'am, this was a very
You want
great
me
class.
also, sir?
No, ma'am, it's okay. I don't need you. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really enjoyed the class as an observer itself.
Okay.
Right, everybody. Just wanted 5 minutes of your time.